I'm back with my third video. In this video, I'll be sharing my personal experience in coding round for JP Morgan Chase summer internship. Like in the previous video, I told you all about that what type of questions were asked by JP Morgan Chase in the coding round and how was the difficulty level and all of those things. Now in this video I'll be sharing my personal experience. So talking about my personal experience in the coding round, I actually enjoyed it because the two questions were there and they were from arrays and strings. From arrays it was a question related to reversing an array, and for strings it was something related to a pack of 52 cards were there and something related to that. So it was not it was something used to me because I actually solved these type of questions on GFG. So it was okay for me for proper 2 hours. And if I tell the actual truth to all of you, I think some of you might not believe me, but yes, it's truth that out of two questions I could only solve one first question, and in second question I don't know why, but there were errors, and I really don't know till date why there were errors because that question was not very tough for me, but there were errors. That's the main part. So if I say in the first question there were 12 test cases and I could only pass 11 test cases and one test case remain unlocked, and in the second question there were proper errors, so even one test case was not passed. So if I say that I was only able to complete one question and that too one test case was pending. But then also I was selected by JP Morgan Chase for the next round, that is the higher view round. But some other students on the other hand, my friends, colleagues, they solved both the questions, like the first question and the second questions. And yes, one thing more, the questions were different from for everyone, like on every different login the questions were shuffled, so it was not like that the questions were same for all. So but the truth is that there were also students who solved both the questions and all of the test cases were also passed. So I would say that they gave 100% performance, like 100% performance was correct, and even then they were not selected for the higher view video round, that is the next round. The main reason behind it that they used Google for it. So I would like suggest and I would request all of you to kindly not use Google, because if you think that you are smart, then kindly keep this point in your mind that the company is over smart. So if you are trying to show them that yes, we can copy from Google and paste, and some students are so lost in cheating that they don't even change the variable name, they just copy and paste the code as it is. So the company gets to know these things, and not only those things, even if you change the variable name, I'm not giving you idea that you can cheat and by changing the variable name. I would suggest that don't cheat, because if you cheat, there are actually AI system checks which are there. I don't know about other companies in a proper way, but I would say for JP Morgan Chase that they have AI system checks which actually captures your image continuously for every second. So even if your eyes are moving like here and there, and even if you are changing your window is not at all allowed during the test time, the coding time, even if your eyes are moving here and there, the pictures catches those the AI system catches those images, and it is considered as cheating. So at that point it is not like that you are currently disqualified from that round, but yes, what they do is that they don't consider you for the next round. So ultimately there is no benefit to you. So I would suggest you that do as much as you can, but just on your own hard work. Don't trust Google, don't trust anyone, don't trust your friends. And friends for sure not, because everyone first tries to see their own success. Then only someone can help you. So don't trust anyone in your any coding rounds, interview rounds, or anything. Just believe in yourself and believe in Almighty. If the destiny is written in that company, then surely it will happen, and if not, then nothing can be done. So this was my personal experience in coding round. I would now suggest that what all things to study for coding round is that In my first year and second year, first I read a book called Let Us C++, because C++ is my basic language which I use for coding. So I first read a book called Let Us C++. That's a very basic level book. After that, I completely like switched on to HackerRank, something competitive coding. No, I did not do much competitive coding because it was very tough for me for managing offline electronics communication engineering and doing HackerRank competitive coding. But what I did is that I kept consistency in Geeks for Geeks, and actually what I think is that it helped me a lot. So my last message to all of you in this video is that kindly study and do your best, and for whatever time you study, please do it honestly. Like study, I actually studied from GFG, so I would suggest that GFG is a good source. All types of questions are there, all types of concepts are actually explained in a good manner. And don't do cheating in the coding round, because company is much smarter than you, so they would obviously deduct your all your cheating test and everything would be deducted, so that would not ultimately lead you to next rounds. So that is my basic message to all of you. So keep these things in mind, and then surely success is there for you all. Thanks. Like, share and subscribe this video.